loves. So today I'm going to talk to you about contour palettes. I clearly am a contour palette junkie. So I was just going to go through some of the most popular ones that I have and let you know which one I think is definitely worth the money. The only one that is more on the affordable side that I have is the NYX one. But I think NYX is the only real drugstore brand that has come out with one. So it is more of a high-end thing, but I will definitely tell you what I think about all of these because I've gotten a lot of good use out of all of them and the price points and all of that. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the most popular one, the one that kind of came out first. This was the Anasazi Contour Kit. There is now a second option. This one is considered for the light to medium skin tones, and there is one that is more of a medium deep. So I have, of course, the light one. So these all pop out. You get your shimmery highlight, then there is the banana powder and the vanilla powder. Vanilla is just a little too dark for me to highlight with. I feel like it just it doesn't really do a whole lot, but that's just me being super pale as I put some on my face. I have so much powder on my face right now. So, and then on the bottom you get your 3 bronzer shades. The only one that I feel like is cool enough to contour with is Fawn, and that's that middle one right there. So what's nice is they are removable, and this one right here, this is Havana. This is one of the warmest ones in the palette. I haven't even, you can still see the texture on that one because I haven't even used it because it is so warm and I am so fair. So it's not really my thing. I have used Fawn quite a bit, and I do love the champagne highlight. Sometimes I use these to kind of set my all over face powder, but I don't really use them to highlight because I am so fair. This one retails for $40. I feel like if you have kind of a medium skin tone or even like not pale as a ghost, this will work great for you. I am just a ghost, so I do love this, and I think that they blend beautifully. I've never found an Anasazi product that I didn't like. I'm glad that they have so many more options now. I bought this when there weren't as many options as there are now. That's just kind of an overview of that. Just kind of take into consideration, if you're super fair like me, this might not be your best option, but now you can purchase, you can kind of create your own on the Anasazi website, so that's definitely an option. You might be able to get, I haven't really looked at the shades because I have so many contour kits that I haven't really needed. I've looked a little, but I don't even remember if there's a lighter one than this one, but I feel like this might still be the lightest one. But I do love the highlight, and I do love Fawn a lot. So this is a really nice palette. It's just my personal skin tone. It's not 100% compatible with, so I don't reach for this one near as much as I do some of the other ones I have. So this one is actually more expensive than that one. So the Anasazi was $40, this one is $46. In here you get 3 highlight shades and 3 contour shades. I can't use any of these highlight shades. I feel like they're just like a little too deep. I don't know. Everyone seems to love them. I think I need to give this guy a try. I don't know. They're just, the powders are a little too dark. I feel like that one's definitely too dark. I'm not going to be able to use that. So I can't really use the highlight powders in this pot, so I can't really speak to how fantastic they are. I've heard nothing but amazing things about those. I do love these contour shades. I use this one, the coolest one, a whole lot to contour. I've used a touch of that one back by the edge of my cheekbone. That is super dark though for my ghost skin. It's really beautiful. It blends out nicely. Everyone seems to really love this palette. This is the one that anyone I know loves this one the most. I'm probably giving it away. This one is not my favorite. I love it. I feel like it's great. It's just for my personal need. I feel like it's not quite as universal because I feel like this is really peachy. I feel like these two go together, those two go together, and those two go together, like often happens in Kat Von D palettes, which are great. But when it comes to skin tone, I hope that these are released separately because I have more options to kind of create your own. But that's what contour palettes are all about. You get a variety of shades. Usually there's something to bronze or something to contour. But it's a really nice palette. It's just not my favorite. I'm gonna offend somebody in this, I'm sorry. Now we're gonna talk about the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Chisel to Perfection. Alright, so this one also retails for $40. It does come with a little brush. Where did I put that brush? There we go. So this one does come with a little tiny angled kabuki brush. Super cute. It's a little more flimsy than I prefer for my contour. so I don't really use it. It just kind of hangs out in there or over there. It usually always falls out, so I just kind of took it out. But you do get the bonus brush. Then this comes with a light highlight, and then your medium cocoa, which is my favorite to contour, dark cocoa, so you can deepen it up a little bit. Or if you have deeper skin tone, you might want to aim for that one. And then pop of light, so a nice shimmery highlighter. It does have a little bit of glitter in it, but I don't feel like that translates too much for me anyway. But I also like glitter, so I'm not bothered by it. Clearly I like glitter, all the glitter on my face. I think this is one of my favorites out of all of them. Of course, it smells amazing, so that's always a bonus for it to smell amazing. I can use all of the shades in this palette. I feel like this one, it's not quite as light as I would like, but it's almost there. So, and it does have a very, very slight luminosity to it, which is really beautiful for putting under the eyes. So it's a really nice palette. These blend out beautifully. I kind of knew what to expect with this one because of all of this. The Chocolate Soleil bronzer is awesome, and I've used that. That's a little warm for my skin, but I still totally use it because I love it and it smells amazing. Contour to bronze up the face, so I knew that I was going to like this palette. Is the only reason I really decided to grab it. And I do love that it has those options in there. So this one is a little more simplistic. You get, you know, there's the contour shade and the deeper contour shade, and then you get your light highlight that's matte and your shimmery highlight. So it is a little more, I feel like this is better for a beginner because there's not as many options. It's not like, which one do I use? It's like, you get these, this is what you get. But they're also really great universal shades. They're not too light, but they're not too dark. They can be built up, they blend out beautifully. Really great palette, plus how cute is this? So cute. Moving on to the last one. Oh, it's all dirty because this is like, I love this. Okay, so this is the next one. This retails for $25, $24.99, $25. Depending upon where you go, you get, there is no mirror. Okay, so the Anasazi one has no mirror. Too Faced has a mirror. Kat Von D has a mirror. NYX does not have a mirror, so two do, two don't. So you get a shimmery white highlight. You get your light highlight shade. This is actually light enough to use on my face. Therefore, spoiler alert, this is my favorite. This is the one that I reach for the most. This one I actually get a lot more use out of. I don't use every shade in here though, so I have to keep that in mind. They are coming out with ones that, because these pop out as well, so they are coming out with more shades that you can switch them out for. So, and then you get your kind of banana powder. I feel like this is kind of a universal thing. People love that, but I'm so fair that when I put a banana powder on my face, it just looks yellow. So that's not really for me, but if that's your thing, totally love it. This is a really beautiful darker highlights. There's a nice variety in here, especially for $25. You get your shimmery highlight that can be universal because it is a highlight, but I love how light it is because, you know, so pale. So I actually can use more of this palette than the other ones. I love this one for contouring. This is the one I've definitely used the most, but I can get away with using the other ones. These ones are just a little more warm and this one's a little dark, but I can use them in combination. But I love this guy. I use, when I use this palette, and on a daily basis I will use this one to contour, this one underneath my eyes, just kind of, I always put it on after I set my under eye. I don't like it to set my under eye, but I like it on top of that. It adds a little bit of highlight for me. And if you're not as pale as I am, it's going to add a little more highlight for you. And then the shimmery highlight on my cheekbone. So definitely a win for me for $25. You can't miss. It's fantastic. I need to figure out a use for the other ones. I have used them for eyeshadows as well. So that's something that I got use out of. On days when I do use the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, I do use them as eyeshadows as well. So any of these, you can also use them as eyeshadows. So don't forget that. They are all really blendable. I haven't had any issues with any of these blending out. I just love NYX contour powders. Like, I love using NYX Blush and Taupe. That is my favorite. And so again, I knew kind of what I was going to get with this palette and how good it was going to be, because it's something that I enjoy. Some people don't prefer this palette, so it's just up to you what you think is best for you and most suited for you. If you've tried NYX blushes and you don't really like them, then you might want to skip this. But if you like them and how they blend out, then you're going to love this palette. So quick recap, this one, $25, you get 8 shades for bronzer / contours and 4 highlights. Then in the Cocoa Contour, you get the bonus brush, you get a mirror, and the palette, you get 4 shades, so 2 highlighters, 2 contours. In the Shade and Light palette, this one, $46, you get 3 highlighters, 3 contours, and as a mirror. It's a nice sturdy packaging, which is nice. And then for $40 in the Anasazi Contour Kit, there is no mirror, but you can switch these out. It's a nice little palette. And you get 3 highlighters and 3 contour / bronzers. So I hope that helped. I think my 2 favorite are probably the NYX and then the Too Faced. This one's my favorite because I get the most use out of it. I just love the shade range, and the price is definitely right on that one. It's about almost half the price of the other ones. I really love this one. I think it's simple. The colors work for me. So, and it smells like chocolate. You can't go wrong with that. And then I probably would choose this one because I can use a little more out of this one than I can this one, because I feel like I can only use 1 shade out of this on my skin tone unless I'm using it as eyeshadows. But they are really beautiful as eyeshadows, so I'm of course going to hang on to it for that because I'm crazy and I don't want to get rid of it. I still really like it. It's just a personal preference. And then the Contour Kit from Anasazi, I really like this one as well. I just can't use every shade in there, or as many as I would like. So let me know your thoughts down below. So yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to see next, if there's any other items you would like to see compared, like a battle of neutral palettes or something like that would be cool. I don't know. What is my hair? What is this? Anyway, I think that's everything. Let me know what your favorite one is down below, and if there's another one that I should check out. And yeah, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.